the first thing we want to do is get the oil nice and warm so that it all flows out. So I am going to start up my snowblower and just let it idle for about 5 to 10 minutes to let that oil get warm. This is an Ariens Path Pro that I will be changing the oil on today. So again, pointing the exhaust out, I let it run for about 5 to 10 minutes. And now I am ready to change the oil. So the oil plug is conveniently located right in the back, and I'm using a 14mm crescent wrench in order to hold a small extension that allows the oil to drip into the pan. I don't want that extension to spin, I just want to remove that drain plug. And I'm using a 10mm socket. I do have some thread lock on that oil plug, so it is pretty darn tight. So now that I've cracked it loose, I'm going to speed things up here. Once I get it finger loose, so to speak, then I will just go ahead and spin that off with my fingers, and now we will let the oil drain into that oil pan. Now I do have the oil warm, but it is still flowing a little slow. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a small piece of wood under the front of the snowblower, and that will kind of help me get the oil to flow out a little faster. At this point, I went to get a cup of coffee and I just let it drain for about 10 to 15 minutes. Once I came back out and I could see that there was no more oil dripping out of the oil pan, we are now done and ready to put that plug back in and fill it up with oil. Now the Ariens Path Pro, the oil capacity is about 1 liter or a quart, and it takes 5W30 oil. I will put a link in the description to all the tools you need in order to do this, but first thing we want to do is put that drain plug back in, and again, using a 10mm socket, I'm just going to crank that thing down and get it nice and snug. With the drain plug back installed, we are now ready to add the 5W30 oil. So opening up top, remove the dipstick, and I've got a long narrow funnel that makes it convenient for adding this quart of oil. Now although the oil capacity is 1 liter, I am only going to add about 1/2 to 3/4 of a quart, and then I will take a measurement as I do not want to overfill the engine with oil. After adding about 3/4 of a quart of oil, I did go ahead and take a measurement of the oil level using the dipstick, and I did find that it was showing that it was completely full. So at this point, I did decide to stop adding oil. I am going to keep that left over quarter quart of 5W30, and I'll keep that on the shelf. And over the next month, I will check that oil level, and if I do see that it is low, I will top it off and put the rest in. So as you can see, the basic oil change on an Ariens Path Pro snowblower is super easy. This thing is now ready for winter, and I'm just going to go put it back in the shed and wait for the snow.
Thanks for watching. Check out the description for more information and hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos.